What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Being Completely Honest channel, and thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. If you are not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. I'm going to share my screen because when I saw this story, I'm sorry, I could not help but laugh. I hope you get a laugh out of it, but honestly, it is not surprising to me. All right, guys. So you see this story. Black Trump supporter claims he was called a slave by right-wing organization he was canvassing for. Carlbaxter, a MAGA let's be clear, fan, who heads up a county Republican club in Florida, is suing the Koch brothers, Americans for Prosperity, over alleged discrimination. A diehard Trumper in Florida says he was discriminated against by a right-wing political advocacy group, claiming he was called a slave during his 12 days with the organization before it fired him for complaining. Now, honestly, what caught my eye with the story, again, it's not funny, but it's just ironic because it's not shocking. It's not surprising. During his 12 days with the organization, he was called a slave. 12 Days a Slave. You remember that movie? Anyway, Carl Baxter, who was Black, is suing Americans for Prosperity, the nonprofit, quote, grassroots conservative operation established by Charles and David Koch, the billionaire siblings and hardline climate change deniers. Baxter serves as president of the Republican Club of North and East Fort Myers and is not at all shy about his outsized affection for Donald Trump. He can be seen on social media at Trump appearances, waving a MAGA flag at a Trump truck parade, at charity galas, giving the camera a Trumpian thumbs up, and donning a red MAGA hat and posing with, among others, a county tax collector who has come out as a vociferous opponent of critical race theory. And of course, he looks like this. I mean, of course, he looks like this because, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I was about to say something, but I'm not going to go there. AFP, which has been around since 2004, gained prominence after Barack Obama was sworn in as president. It has traditionally focused on hollowing out workers' rights, blocking Medicaid expansion, kneecapping green energy initiatives, and pushing down the minimum wage. Since 2010, some 42% of AFP's ads have been rated false by PolitiFact, the nonpartisan fact-checking website. None have been rated true. The group backed Trump's UN ambassador Nikki Haley in the 2024 presidential race before the former South Carolina governor bowed out in March. Trump chafed at AFP support of Haley, posting last January to his flailing Twitter clone Truth Social, Americans for No Prosperity, who made more money during the Trump years than at any other time, are stupid people who are backing Bird Brain as she goes down tubes. Bad timing, Charles. Look at this fact. You know what? Anyway, Baxter's lawsuit, which was filed Monday and obtained by The Independent, which is the publication that I'm reading this article from, describes him as an African-American businessman who was active in local politics. It says he was brought on by the AFP in June 2023 to work as a part-time grassroots associate. Baxter's duties consisted of canvassing neighborhoods to talk with voters about AFP selected policy issues and driving to and from those neighborhoods, according to the suit. AFP agreed to pay Baxter $20 an hour for the door-knocking duties, plus an unspecified mileage reimbursement, the lawsuit states. He started on June 14th, 23, and his job performance, according to the suit, was exemplary. However, the lawsuit says Baxter quickly became disenchanted with AFP. Early in plaintiff's tenure, AFP's deputy director, and it's so funny, not that this has anything to do with anything. When I hear AFP, many years ago, many years ago, I worked in a um, university. It was a medical university, and I worked in the fundraising department. It was the Department of Alumni Affairs, and I helped assist an organization that they had called the Association of Fundraising Professionals. So whenever I hear AFP, I just think of that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. AFP's deputy director of grassroots met plaintiff at the Oasis restaurant in downtown Fort Myers and offered plaintiff $500 in bribe money to provide dirt on Cape Coral Council member Patty Cummings, the suit alleges. Plaintiff declined. AFP's goal was to stop President Donald J. Trump from winning the Republican nomination in the 2024 presidential primaries and locally to oppose politicians who support President Trump. Baxter also felt AFP was not giving him, quote, credit for all the hours he worked and for all the doors that he knocked on, and shorting him on his pay, the lawsuit contends. So 12 days into the job, the suit says he raised his concerns on a phone call with his supervisor, AFP Grassroots Engagement Director Roxanne Buckles. Buckles, who is white, of course, according to Baxter's suit, then proceeded to call him a slave and demanded that he confirm he is a slave, stating as follows: I know you are doing the work and I can see the doors that you are hitting on my iPad on my side. At least you are working as a slave, sarcastically, but at least you are getting paid. Many slaves today do get paid, many used to never get paid. Are you a slave? Baxter was highly offended and demanded to speak with Ms. Buckles' immediate supervisor. The lawsuit goes on. Buckles then arranged a conference call with her boss, who was also white, but of course, according to the suit, to discuss Baxter's concerns. A few minutes later, the supervisor called back with AFP's state operations director on the line, a white woman, of course, the lawsuit says, and terminated plaintiff's employment without notice, effective immediately. Now, listen, if these people call you a slave, why do you want to keep working for them in the first place? But I just thought I would ask that question. The lawsuit says Baxter still has not received the wages AFP owes him, nor has he been paid back for any of his mileage. By the same token, Baxter claims in his suit that AFP paid its white employees without issue. The suit accuses AFP of race discrimination, retaliation, and wage theft, and demands back pay and legal fees, as well as exemplary, punitive, and compensatory damages for plaintiffs' emotional pain and suffering. An AFP spokesperson told The Independent, while we do not comment on current litigation, we take all allegations of violations of the law extremely seriously and will fully investigate those made in this complaint. In an email, Baxter's attorney, Jay Lecter, said, my client simply wants justice and to ensure that this does not happen to anyone else. Listen, I don't know about you guys, and I'm not saying that it's okay for this person to do what they allegedly did, but why would he want to keep working for a company where his superior called him a slave, whether it was a joke or not? And you saw what he looked like, and I'm going to share the screen again. I'm sorry, I'm just going to do it. And he's on the thumbnail. Yeah, you are accepting, in my personal opinion, of them calling you that because you were going to still work there. And you're only lashing out because you did not get paid. I'm not saying that that's okay either, but this is just like a joke. And him sitting there as melanated as he is with his MAGA hat on, it's just gross. And I wanted to share it with you guys. I honestly, when I saw the story, I thought it was kind of funny. I did, because when I saw he worked there for 12 days and they called him a slave, I know the movie was 12 years a slave and this was 12 days a slave. So yeah, I guess he was a slave for them for 12 days. And now he wants punitive damages and compensatory damages. And I don't feel like he deserves it. Yeah, get paid for the work that you did, but you were accepting of the treatment. So I don't believe that you should come out of this a multimillionaire. I just don't. That's me. But you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. Sorry, it's funny. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.